All right, we're doing a real stumble through here. This is the My Sandbox area in Spatial, and as you can see, my entry point for John Francis the Planet Walker is on the new Florida Wildlife Corridor underpass that they're building to help the wildlife get across the freeway. And we have some bear that are on the other side. You can see over here looking perplexed, trying to get across the highway. And we have a bear somewhere down here. Let me move the avatar, jump down. So there's a couple of bears there that want to be able to get across, and they're looking also perplexed. So we have to guide them across and then get the other bears and guide them across. So what we're going to do to help these bear come across is first we're going to become an animal walker spirit guide. So I'm going to walk up to here and I'm going to hit F on this, and I turn transparent as I become an animal walker. And now that I'm there as an animal walker and I jump down, no, I weigh nothing. So let me go to the lead bear and ask permission. Can I guide you to a safe location? And if the bear acknowledges, yes, I can, then I can get onto the bear as a spirit and be able to be a bear whisperer and whisper into the bear's ears. And as you can see, and let me see if I can zoom out. Maybe I can't. Isn't that interesting? There we go, zooming out. So the bear starts to walk, and oh, there we go. And then I can guide, because I know the human landscape, the built environment, then I can guide the bear across the freeway. Got to watch out for those cars. Oh, they're a little high. Huh? And let's see, climb over there. It's a little, the terrain is a little bit iffy. It looks like we're getting stuck. That's not good. So I'm going to have to modify the terrain because my bear is definitely stuck and it doesn't know how to hop. Well, at least I got it across. Let me see if I can get off now, and I'm going to have to fix that because this guy can hop. And I'm going to go to this bear. Can I even get over this way? Probably not. We'll see. So guide this bear and turn it around. And let's see if there's a ramp here and I can climb up. It looks like the mesh collision stuff is really awkward, and so we're not getting, oh, what's going on here? We're not getting the ability to climb, are we? Well, yes, this one is. Okay, but it's got stuck again. Now, the reason it's getting stuck is because these aren't really bears. These are, in fact, golf carts. And so the ramp isn't right for doing a golf cart. It's a golf cart with a bear attached to it, so probably the wheels are getting stuck. And that's not so good. So there's a lot we're going to have to do to try to fix this. But the concept is there that we can go and guide the bear across. Otherwise, the bear would have to go up the landscape, and that would be pretty awkward. Let's see if I can fire at the bear. No, I can't do that now. If we go up the hill, again, the problem is the golf cart that we based the bear on can't really get there. But yeah, so boom. And then we go across, and this is where you would, of course, have the danger of being killed. And once again, the golf cart wheels that are for the bear getting stuck. And so it isn't ideal yet, but we have a concept. That's what's good. Got some interactable. If there's a way to make the golf cart that the bear is attached to hop, we would be better off because then we could get over these bumps. I'm trying to get one so you can turn back human again, and I haven't been able to find the SKU to do that, so it doesn't do a darn thing. So we're stuck being spirit. I think what you could do is I think you can go here. Where is it? Is it you can go here, or it's got some error messages, 4 errors. So there's a bunch of errors coming up here. But I do believe that you can go back down to your easy night. You should be able to go here and no, that doesn't do it. Okay. Go to edit avatar. Yeah, and then change back. No, I guess we can't change. We can't change into any avatar. It'll only happen the next time you join the space. So no, you can't edit the avatar from in here. So So that's another limitation we have to work out. But at least we have the concept here. And yes, thank you, Noe. Okay, and we do want to replace a lot of the highways with actual meshes that we can texture and then be able to pilot the bear. So the concept is there and it's strong. Where we're doing it all in is we're doing it in spatial, and where you're seeing those meshes mess up is down here where the terrain that came in from the actual drone is not meeting the terrain that we created. That's the mesh. Here's the actual terrain from Terrain Tools. And so what we'd have to do is go to the I4 mesh and continue to lower it so that it is below the actual terrain. And then we'd have to build up the terrain. Then we should be able to get across. This car then has to go down here to the mesh. This car has to go down. And if we want to make this challenging, what we do with the cars that are on the freeway is that we animate them. And the way to do that is to, let me see if I remember how to do this. We should be able to add an animator to this. And is that a component that we add? Let me see. And animation. So if I add animation and I double click on it and I bring in a new, is there a new animation? I'd have to make an animation. So I think what I do is I think I come in here and I make a folder called animations th, and then I'm going to go into that folder and I'm going to right click and I'm going to say create, and does it let me create an animation? Let's see. Yes, create an animation. So that's a new animation and I'm going to call that blue car, and it'll be blue car heading east. All right, so I've got this animation. I open it up and I select the blue car and I create this animation. Oh, I've got to create it there. Okay, that should have been called blue car heading east. And I think I want to make it east, spelled east like that. I can't even spell, can I? All right, blue. Ugh, I really messed that up. So let's try that again. This I don't need anymore. So it looks like I shouldn't have created the thing there anyway. I don't need this one. And now I'm going to do it by creating a new animation. And blue car. I'm just going to call it blue car now. Double click on it. I've got to select the blue car. And and I did. So I should have just selected the car first and then called it blue car. Let's see if this works. No, do you want to replace it? Yes. Okay, good. So now I have an animation. All right. So what I can do is take the car and move it to the back over here, and then add a keyframe for all the properties. So we're talking about a transform, and we want to transform its position and its rotation. So there, and position and transform the rotation. And then I've got it set there. And then when I go down here to about 55 seconds, it's all the way on the other end over there. And now when I play it, nothing happened. Why is that? Oh, because I hadn't turned on the recording. So I should have turned on recording. So let's get rid of this one again. Let's go back to here. Let's turn on recording. Let's move this down to here. Let's move the car all the way across. Now it has been recorded, and yes, now it plays. So, and how fast does it play? That's pretty too fast. I mean, maybe it's okay. But I think what we should really do is slow it down by dragging this keyframe down for another 2 seconds and 30 frames, maybe. Let's make it a little longer. Let's actually drag it over here and make it 5 seconds. And so when we hit play, the animation of that car plays.
That's my
Right,
truck.
I know it's your truck. Don't throw it on the computer. Take it to mom.
Dun,
All right, so we've got that animation playing. Stop it now. Stop it now.
Those are rocks.
I know. All right. Okay, so now we've got that one animated,
Those are rocks.
and they are rocks. Those are big rocks. So I will hit
Can
stop.
I drive on the big rocks?
No, you can't. Now what I'm going to do is take the other car over here, and
They're working on the big rocks.
yeah, they're working on the big rocks. And we'll take that car, and we will also put that here, but we'll have it drive a little bit faster. And so you select the car, you hit create an animation. This will be called whatever the color that car is. Let's color that car, green car. So we'll call this green car. And that animation comes up, and we will set a property of transform and do position and rotation. And let's see, click there and do an add a property, transform rotation. Okay. And now when we bring it down to take this keyframe and make sure that that's the keyframe there. Now nothing happened because why? Because I wasn't on the actual keyframe. I didn't know how to make the keyframe. You should go over here and you should set it as a keyframe. And then it does play, but it's going super fast. So let's bring it over here and let's see. It's a little bit faster than the other one. There's that one playing. That one's playing, and then this one's playing. All right, so you have traffic that's going down here. Now, those animations are tied to this. It should work now when we play it. And now that the landscape is well beneath, the only thing that I think we need to work on here is the landscape needed to have, if I go back to terrain, and I need to save what I just did. Then when I go into terrain and I go to paint terrain and go to transform, smudge, sculpt, effects, erosion, raise terrain, and then I can raise the terrain up to the side of the freeway, and that means that the bear will be able to walk up to it easier. So I'm making that terrain up there. It's still probably going to get caught in certain places until I really smooth it out. But that's using the terrain rather than using the mesh that was provided to us. Over here as well, create a terrain that comes up to the edge of the highway that we've created there. Because you can see the actual map, which we're probably going to get rid of eventually from the photogrammetry. And I'm just covering it over. I'm just painting it on over here. Right. But I do want to make sure that the bear can get underneath there. And I think that it will be able to. Yeah, there's the bear there. All right, so by doing that, we should have a better handle on getting the bear across here, even with that traffic going back and forth. So let me save this, and now let me test the active scene again. And it's telling me the object has an unsupported type. Unity engine animation. Certain components are not allowed. Autofix deletes the component from the offending object. Oh, is it? No, but that shouldn't, oh, that's not any good. So what, do we have to do a spatial animation? Is it not allowing us to do a Unity animation? And also, what the heck happened to our cars? Car green is, there they are. They're at the starting point, and they have animations attached. And it said remove the animation. Well, if I did remove the animation, which would be very disappointing, but let's supposing I get rid of that animation. Oops. I don't know what that is, building the metaphors. Get rid of this. And get rid of this. And get rid of this. Let's see, does spatial have any animation? So go down to Go down to where? Spatial, all right, spatial, special effects. No, that's a sound effect, so we don't want that. I've done it before, so it should be able to be done. This is very strange to me because edit, when you right click on this and you go to spatial, spatial has interactable, empty frame, project surface, avatar, entrance point, thumbnail camera. I remember this working before, so I don't understand it at all. If I test the active scene here, no, it's working with those cars over there. Something's funky because it let me, unless they've changed things. So let me look here on, I have to close this anyway, so that's coming up, and see adding animation in spatial. Spatial is alive with support for animated 3D models, which is just great. It's coming up. Mom will. It's alive with support for animated models. So they say it can be done. They don't tell you much about it. So it's supposed to work. Spatial is alive 2 years ago. And yeah, so I don't understand. If I go back to my sandbox, hang tight, it's going to take a while. But yeah, so it should have been that when you select the car and you create an animation, I have to select the car again. Oops. Why am I getting that? I don't want to be on terrain, I want to be on car green. All right. And then I want to, animation, add component. I have animations. There's a bear, there's animations already in the Animal Pack Deluxe, and they work. So for my car, I should be able to get an animation.
Your frozen mango is fresh.
Is it fresh?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So when I have animation in here, and I select this here,
It's very fresh, Dad.
and then I go to Game Object, Create, and there should be animation here too, 3D Object. It's not under Spatial, it's not under Volume, it's under Component, Assets, Edit. We just had it here. It was Create Animation. And I said then I clicked on that, or rather I clicked on that, and then I clicked on that, and then it said create an animation, and I told it I'll make a new animation. And car green again. All right. So there's a car green anim, and you add the property of a transform. I'll just do position for right now, and I will then go to the end here, and I will turn on record, and I will make it go, oh, come on, seriously, car green, and I will go here, and I will move it across, across to there, and then yeah, because I didn't move it while this is on, so this has to be on, and then you move it, and it creates the animation. This can get deleted now because it's not functioning. And then it goes across. All right, and then you can go and do this one and do the same thing and say car blue, and then add a property, and it is the transform, and it's the position, and then put on the record button and move over and make the car blue. Go to there as well, but change the speed that it goes there by that, and then it's going slower. All right, so you have this animation there, and you can stop recording, and you can preview, and okay, so you got that. All right, so then you say, great, jolly good with that, and then you close that, and then it makes these things car blue on entry. The car blue plays from any state, and the same thing with car green. From any state, it plays it. And supposedly, from what was working before, you can then go here to test active scene. And maybe it's going to work this time. I don't know why not. Maybe it's going to. Let's see. So this one is before we added the animation. And I think now when we go to our spirit, come to spirit, and then we come down here and we say to the bear, we really want to help you get underneath this. Then we ride the bear, and then yes, it doesn't get stuck because we've lowered that terrain. Only to get stuck here, of course, but we can go and have the bear, who's not walking on the mesh properly at all, really. Funny that. Oh, it's going to do it again because we've now got the traffic in here. Right? So let's see what happens here as it reloads. This should have the car animations in it. And let's see. You'll get the light on, sweetie, in a moment. So, here it comes. There's so much work to be done in something like this. But yeah, the other cars are really going by. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So we know that with this new overpass, isn't that working? Oh, that doesn't work. This one does, right? So you got the avatar there, then this one doesn't do anything. We go over here as an avatar, animal walker, and we go onto the bear, ask permission, can we guide you across the highway? Here we have an underpass, so it's a lot safer. Right? But then how the heck do you get across here? Oh my gosh, you get hit so badly. Oh, and the bear got hit. See that? So there's collision on this. And so the bear's been knocked down. Bear gets up again. Car comes, whack, hits the bear. It's really scary to get across the highway now. Bam. Let's see. Wow, the bear got hit. Oh, he's trying to make it across. So these are going really, really fast. And they do collide because they have collision on them. But that's the problem, the dilemma the bear has. And then the bear can try to make it across. But there's a barrier here. A barrier, that's funny. And the bear can't even walk across that because now the terrain is too low. Okay, so I got a lot of issues going on here. So that poor bear is stuck, and I think that this one here, if we ride on this bear, we can certainly go out into the wilderness. Yay, fresh green. But when we try to get onto the highway again, you know, we can't. We'll just slide down. It's too steep. And then we try to walk over. Where? So you have to really work on the landscape here. But I think, what's going on if I hit D and W? Why is that not turning to the right? Right, turn around that way. Okay. So here, oops, the bear can't make it up the hill. I can't seem to turn the bear around. So I'm going to try to turn it around backwards. All right, then get underneath the overpass. That's safe. And then, yeah, climbing over here. Watch out for those. Get across, come back. Whoa, watch out for the cars. Start walking, go underneath this overpass, and then, yes, the bear can be safely guided. If I could pilot this bear better. Again, this is using the controls. So, yes, the bear makes it.
There's another bear there.
I know, yeah, there's another bear over there. So that's the concept. That is the concept to having all that traffic.
There's one bear there.
There's another bear there, that's right.
And there's another
And
bear.
there's another bear. So we definitely have potential here, but it's going to take a lot more to make it work. And
What are a lot of those bears doing
the
here?
bears we're trying to get the bears safely across the freeway, and there's all these cars. Ah, see all the cars and how dangerous they are?
Yes.
They're going to get hit by a car. Look out! Look out! Ah, how do you get by? Right, so it's really dangerous. Yeah, so, and there's no way to get across. We get stuck because we have to work on flattening the landscape. All right, so a lot to learn, a lot to work on, but the concept, again, strong and
We are going
and getting
sliding down it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I just want to take a screenshot of this. And
Beep, beep.
beep, beep. All right. Oops, I didn't get my screenshot. There we are. All right. Oh, it doesn't have the cars in it. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Daddy, where's the piece of this track? Where are the other pieces?
Those cars are going way too fast. So I'm going to fix the animation there. But I think it gives you a sense of what we're working on. And then when I go to my document, where we're documenting all of this, which one is it? Florida Wildlife Corridor. Oh yeah, it's this one here where the bear is. And then we can go down to here somewhere and then talk about, let's just put this here. So we have that. All right, that's about all I can do right now.
Slow down.
Well, they were going slow, but see, the reason was, Nye, is because this animation, like the blue car, see, it was going way too fast. So what we could do is we can drag this over and make the car slow way down. That's one thing we can do. And then we can go to the other car. Let me shut this one down. And go to the green car. And we can slow that car down some by stretching it out. The other thing we need to do, because it's not done right, is the animation of the car, the position, you know what? Like that car is too high, and so we need to make sure that it's touching the road, like that. That's the blue car. And so the blue car, we've got to reestablish this position in terms of the position in Y, and make the position in Y. See, it's not, yeah, it's not, wait, Nye, don't climb on my arm, buddy. Nye, I gotta get the car in position.
I'm checking out the blue car.
I know you are, but I want to make sure that this position is stable and you're on my arm, so I can't do it. Why, Nye? Why? Get off my arm. Get off my arm, little buddy. All right, so then we got to go to the next one and make sure that the position in Y is also, whatever it was, let's make it 0. All right, so that it stays, the car stays somewhat true to the road, and then it's a little better. And the same thing with the green car, wherever it may be now. So if I exit out of this and I go to green car, and I go to position, the Y value should be 0 here, and then when I go to the next keyframe, which is this one here, the Y value should be 0 here, and then when I play the animation, why is it not playing? Where's the green car? There it is, it's over there. Except it ain't moving at all. That is so weird. Where's my green car? There's my green car, and it should, there it is. It should play there, okay. So having that slowed down a little bit is helpful, and I've just got to work on, you know, the landscape. And I should, you know, I mean, I can actually duplicate. I use, I think it's, is it Shift D or Control D? Let me Well, let me add a different car completely on the top highway, which I should move this over, close that gap a little bit, move this over, close that gap a little bit. And now I should be able to add another car from the broken vector low poly cars and go to the prefabs, and I can put a bus, a funky looking bus. So let me put a red bus here and rotate the red bus. I don't know which way it's supposed to face. Maybe if I push F, I should be able to zoom in on it. Let's go to here and see what edge of the bus we're on that part of the bus, and then rotate that way. And the wheels are messed up to all get out, but I'm sure that somewhere in here we have materials, and we have unlit materials, and we have car rubber. So there's that car rubber, and there's that car rubber, and that'd be true of the other side as well. So it didn't bring in all the materials from before, so it looks like crazy ugly. But now we have a bus that is going there, that car is going there, and now we can tell it, hey bus, let us go into our assets and go into our animation folder, and let us create a new animation. And it's the bus that we want. So we'll call this bus red. And add a property and go to transform and say position and make it, there's the position, and then we will take it and we will set a keyframe and we will record, and then we will go all the way down to here to the next keyframe and move our bus all the way down the freeway until it gets to there, and then that should have recorded, and then when we play it, yes it does, but we need to make it a slower animation. So there's the bus going like that, and that's the animation. So the bus is going to go down the street like that, and then we should be able to play put another thing in there so it's more exciting. So we'll go back to broken vector and go to our prefabs, and let's see, we have buses, we didn't want to open that prefab, we have truck. Yes, we want a truck, like heavy trucks on here, and hit F to go in on it. This truck here also has funky wheels, so I do want to change the wheels on the truck. So I go into my materials and I go to nothing in PBR, so I have to go to materials in unlit and grab that car rubber and put that in and that in and that in and that in, and then go to here and go to here and go to here and go to here, and then rotate this. And I guess this could be a two-way highway. We can make this like really dangerous. We can put this truck on here.
Where's the school bus, Daddy?
And that's the school bus. It's like a public bus. So I can come from here, but that's not the way these freeways go, is it? I mean, this is, one is going there and one's going, for temporarily they're on here. Yeah.
Is a school bus on that room?
Is it a school bus there?
Yeah.
No, it's a truck. I'm putting a truck.
Is
So
that
let me rotate
truck,
this.
Daddy?
It's not a dump truck. It's a, let me see what kind of truck it is. I'll zoom in on it. Does that look like, it looks like a delivery truck, doesn't it?
It is.
It is a delivery truck. So I bring the
It's a
delivery truck
blue
down.
one.
It's a blue delivery truck. I bring it down to the road.
Where's the green delivery truck?
I don't have a green one. I just have this blue one for right now. And I'm going to take this. Oh, it's on the wrong side of the road. We're not in England. Holy crazy. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to go in and add an animation. Look at this, lady. We're going to go and create an animation. And we're going to call...
Where is your bus now?
Oops. I wanted to go here, create...
Why is the bus leaving away
It's
from
not.
here?
It's now truck. blue, and then truck blue, I create record, and I go and move my cursor down to here, go all the way to the other side, hoping it doesn't hit the bus, but it probably would have to swerve.
Is the bus there now, Dad?
Yeah, the bus is there. And then go like that, so it just narrowly misses the bus. It's dangerous as anything. And then stop record, and then we will see that it will play Zoom, but it's not live. No, it's just a public bus now. So I've got that bus going on there. All right, and I've got it playing that way. I have that bus, which I really want to see if I can move over here. And then we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's.
I want to eat that.
I got to change the position. Wait a minute, I got to change the position by opening this up and saying that its position in X
Daddy, I want to eat.
Needs to be over here on that keyframe.
Daddy,
And the position here,
I want to eat.
I know, needs to be over here as well. That should do it. Should play like that. No, it didn't. Oh, it didn't change it at all. In that case, let's take this one here and let's just delete it. And delete this. And let's start it again, keeping it over here this time. Turn it on, insert a keyframe. Go for transform, position. And then let's take this other keyframe and delete it and move this down to the other end, move the bus down all the way to there and make sure that it drifts over to that side. And then it's recorded, so we're fine there. And then take this and make it much longer. Okay. All right. And then we can save the file and hope everything works out. Now, as we close this, we will tell it to test active scene. And we'll publish it. So going to my sandbox, this one here, we're going to get rid of that and let it reopen. So much to learn with this. It takes so long. But at least we have some concept for the team to improve. My role is usually to figure out basic stuff, and then the students are supposed to go in and fix it up and make it really neat. So now it's going to open up your sandbox, my sandbox. So hang tight for a second while it loads. And we will see what's going on there. I can give you a mango thing as soon as the sandbox here loads.
No, Daddy, I want you to give me a waffle thing.
You do? It's happening now.
Give me a waffle thing.
Oh, your mom says no eating, just sleeping. Which makes sense. Okay, here we go. Now it's loading, and it should have our bus and our truck now. Look at that. Okay, yes. So there's the bus. The bus is going really slowly, as buses do. The truck is going really fast. They are coming off the rails a little bit, but you have the buses floating in midair. All right, so there's a lot we have to fix here. But I think now we have a more interesting landscape. We need to make the buses and the cars more realistic, but especially the floating bus. But now you can see the problem with the traffic and how do we guide the bear across. It's got potential. I'll get a picture here of it. Not that, no. Let's see if we can, I should turn it from delay. It doesn't have delay. It's just got a truck. Well, that's all right. Got a truck. All right, so truck in a car. Let's get that, and let's make sure that that's reflected in our document, which is this one here. All right, for our tutorial. And now going to this, we know that if John walks up to the spatial animal walker, he can turn into a spirit. Once again, go down, say to the Bear, would you like me to help guide you to a safe location? Yes, get on the bear. And there's no corridor thing that's been made for this yet, so we really have to look out for traffic. It's very dangerous. Try to get across. Ooh, and the bear got hit. Oof, oof, it's almost knocked down. It's amazing. Bear can take a licking. And the bear can't get over. Once again, we're stuck on this piece of terrain that we're just going to have to flatten. Right? So we will have to go back and flatten that. Coming the other way, it is evident that the bear can get over the terrain here. Or can it? Let's see. The bear's stuck on the terrain. There's no way to get over. Okay, so we've got to work on flattening that terrain. But I think it's interesting that we had the buses and the truck, even though they're floating in midair, and we can fix all that. That's trivial. So we're getting somewhere. At least, yeah, we'll have traffic going above. We'll have traffic going below, and we should be able to demonstrate that pretty nicely. All right, and of course the John Francis Walker can go and get off, and then try his luck because he can jump. I can get him off. There, he can. Come on, what are you doing? Somehow I'm like trapped in Nether Neverland. There we go. So, does he get hit by a car? Does he have collision? Because nobody dies in the game. Yeah. All right. I think that the thing is that the photogrammetry is fun to work with, but ultimately I think we have to replace it all so we can get a smooth terrain and we can build it up using terrain. And then using the skybox is just fine. So I think that's what we're going to do, and we're going to put the sounds of the cars in. In fact, the best way to put the sounds of the cars in is probably, I'm not really sure, like if you go to, I'm going to make a new folder, and I can call it sounds, call a th, all right, do that, and go to my sounds folder. If you create a sound, it's an audio mixer, there is a shader. Yes, Nye. No, you're done eating. Mommy said you can? Spatial, teleporter, projector surface, point of interest. It's not in here, so it's an audio. Okay, so audio source. We bring in an audio source, and then we say audio clip. Huh? You're not eating now, no. And she said you can eat. Let's see, highway sounds. She said you can eat. Did you say he can eat? Let's see this one here. So we have that. Now if we come here, I'm recording right now. I'm recording, sweetie. Inas, I'm recording. I can't give him a waffle, I'm afraid. So then what we would do is we'd bring that asset in, import new asset, which comes from downloads, and it's highway traffic. And then let it come in. And then we have it, and then you can preview it here somehow, here. Right. So there's that. Then we go to the audio source, and we say the audio clip we want to play is this. And then, I don't know if it's just going to play when it's on. It says play on awake. So it might just come in when we do it. So I know, sweetheart, I'm just going to finish testing this and then I'm going to get you something. I just need your patience. Because you're not going to starve to death. I don't think you're going to starve to death. I'm pretty sure you're not going to starve to death. I don't think starving is even an option, though. So we will try to see if this, in fact, it didn't give any error. It says play on awake. So maybe our world eat now. You want to eat now? You do? You want to eat now? Can I give you some mango? Because there's no waffle. That's for the morning, sweetie. Can I give you mango? Yeah, but I can't heat it up now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And so,
Daddy,
yes, no.
See if there's waffle in the refrigerator.
See if there's waffle in the refrigerator. I don't know where there's waffle in the refrigerator. I really don't. I don't. You mean this thing here?
Yes.
But it's frozen. I mean, it's not cold. It is cold, and it's not. You want just this?
Yeah, I
Just
want
like
the
that?
waffle.
Just like this?
I want the waffle.
Here. Try that. Remember, it seems to be taking its time here to load up.
Right. There's a toy in there, Dad.
I'm getting mango.
Why? Why are you getting mango?
Right, now. What about the sound? I don't hear any sound. Yep, there it is. Oh wow. That's cool. So the only thing that this works, you gotta get that bus. I know, the school, it's a floating school bus system. So that's here's the animation. Here's the scenes. The bus is floating. So the bus needs to start here. And as we hit that button, make sure that we record it. And then we go, is that the first one? That should be down here too. There's still more there for the water. So let's go over to it now and make sure that it's on the ground here. Now when we play it,
Who ate this waffle?
this is not floating in the air like it was before. I think, no, it's still floating in the air, so that's not good. So let's go back to this keyframe and hit record. And who ate it? You ate it. So,
And then I go away from here.
mm-hmm.
But Cindy ate it.
Cindy ate it?
Yeah.
And then go to it, zoom in on it here, and make sure it's touching the ground there. And then it should play. Seems to go into the ground a little bit, so we can play with that later. But at least now, when we get to the end of the animation, yeah, we'll go over here and zoom in to the bus. At least the bus is not floating in the air like it was. And this guy here is staying right. So we're much better off now. And if I wanted to get rid of the bumps there, I would take the terrain.
Where's the red bus, Dad?
The red bus is way down on the other side. It's over there. See it up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then if I went to go to the I4 mesh and really make sure it's not creating those conflicts, then I would bring it down a little bit more. But see, then I'm not on the freeway anymore. So
And,
at some point,
and the blue school bus is there. And
yeah.
the blue bus is there.
No, I know. So even that is pushing it. All these bumps. But at least now it's going to play better with it. And I think we should probably put the sounds of honking, because that would add to it. So if we go over here and we say, isn't that funny? It only played for a certain amount because it's not on a loop. Wait a minute. I got to make sure this is on a loop. Priority, pitch, Doppler level, play on awake. Where's the loop? Isn't a loop? Yes, there is loop. Okay, so that'll just loop forever. And it'll never stop. So now let's go in and let's find a car honking on highway sound, and let's see if there's something free honking sound effects. Let's see, city ambience. Too bad. That's terrible. Truck signal. We don't want that. I think the downtown traffic, because people would see the bears. That's probably the best one. So let's go for that one. And then, yeah, let's add that. So we'll go to here. We'll go to our assets, into our sound effects, import a new asset, and bring that there. The mix of these should sound absolutely crazy and disturbing and disorienting, so that you can see how the bear hears it. We can make a trigger so it gets honked as well, but I don't know why it's taking so long to come in. Certainly is taking a while. It's like the computer's frozen or something. Unity. Yeah, I don't know why it's like it's holding its. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so there it is. Downtown, and I think we want to add another audio source because this one is that one audio clip. So what we would do is we could do like, wait a minute, a Shift D to get. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wait a minute, what, Nye?
That's down traffic.
That's down traffic?
Yeah.
There's a Control D. Control D. There it is, Control D audio source. And then this audio source would have the downtown sound, and it's also looped and playing on awake. I get more sophisticated than that, but now when we test the active scene, it should play a lot more chaotically, cacophonically. So we can fill this thing with traffic if we want to. That's the wonderful thing about doing this in Unity. I've got to figure out how to play a video in here. I'm not altogether sure what that does. We'll do that tomorrow. But today, it's requesting completion. I have to go back to here and get rid of that. So this is interesting. This one here is about making it so you can interact, and that's what I was following using the SKU number, but I'm not so adept at it that I can easily turn the John Francis avatar back into John Francis after he's become a spirit walker. A lot of things to learn in making this. So hold tight. We are getting there. There's a lot to read, a lot to experiment with in here. Unfortunately, only humanoid rigs are supported. They haven't done animals yet. And that's why I had to parent a golf cart to my bear. And that's why the bear can't jump, get over hurdles, because they don't do anything other than human avatars. So it's not really an avatar. It is a golf cart with a bear. That's what it is, a golf cart with a bear. And it's not a hopping golf cart. So until somebody gives me a lowrider hopping golf cart, it's not going to be easy. All right, here's the moment of truth. Let's see how the, let's see how the, so the planet walker comes in and says, I need to help these bears advice. Hey, you're having trouble. You must be during this orientation. I can guide you to a safe location. Oh God, how do we get across here? Oh, that's so dangerous. All right, let's try it. Oh, okay, then we could get stuck once again. No, we didn't get right. Come on. So clearly, this is not a tenable situation for the bear. Ah, we made it over by going backwards. Then we can say, oh, thank God, we made it. It's good that there's an underpass here. Right? And then the walker gets off and starts to go back. He says, maybe I need to guide you across the other way. Hits on the bear. Pilots the bear around. This thing will work. Where did I go? Where did I go? How did I end up here? Alright, something's funky here. Okay. I ended up way here. So we're definitely stuck under nowhere land with that there. There it is, stuck walking right into traffic. I'm a spirit, so I can go anywhere. Okay. Really go anywhere I want to. Yeah, that's me. Yes, I have to protect the bears from cars and cars. I gotta get this bear across. I'm not gonna get. Ah, there we go. Oh, we made it. Okay. So clearly, we're able to pilot the bears. We'll get off and say, on the way, I hope you're. So it's pretty cool. Gives you the sense of this. Alright, so what we're going to do with this crazy thing, final act is to go to publishing and publish this world so that we can have access to it on other computers. Audio clips using too much memory. That later. So it says written the other files to OGG and mono and use this out. Okay. Okay, so we're going to end now. This thing do its thing. And boom, boy, that's that annoying. How the bears must feel hearing that all day. So thank you very much for watching. If you're watching, we're going to figure this out. This is our Stumble Through Unity, Blunder Through Blender series where we just figure it all out and record it as we go. And that may mimic what you go through with a little kid in the background constantly asking for things. Yes, son, the red bus is on the highway.